Be aware of what you dream about, because you might just end up with it. And during this video I'm showing from the inside looking out something I can attribute to Napoleon Hill and his book Think and Grow Rich. That book was used as the basis for the well-known film The Secret. Bob Proctor was instrumental in its creation and is now reminding us that there is rather more to having a successful life than wishful thinking. He brings to our attention what he calls the 11 forgotten laws. I was puzzled by the title of the film The Secret and why Bob Proctor thinks these laws had been forgotten. You see, I was born at the time Think and Grow Rich was first published, more than 70 years ago, so I'd grown up with it, and before the age of 10 had absorbed Napoleon Hill's concepts. Today I'm able to show you a view of Auckland Harbour in New Zealand from the craft I had in mind way back then. She's been cruising the world with me over the past 24 years, via Cape Horn to the playgrounds of the rich and famous. The essence of The Secret is that you need to know what you want and have the attributes required for self-determination, a definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire. When one is ready, it puts in its appearance as a result of initiative, faith, and the will to win. A mind becomes magnetized with intense desire and creates definite plans for acquiring it. Consequently, a person develops. And although these attributes are called the 11 forgotten laws, they are needed as much these days as they've been throughout history. So we are being reminded of these 11 essential laws for success. This yacht began as the drawing of an idea all those years ago. I had to determine the means of earning the capital and gaining the experience, so I know how The Secret works, and this program reveals the recipe for success in all facets of life, business and personal. We are now crossing over the bridge to meet Bob Proctor and see each of the 11 essential laws which you can now have as your own. How about that?